Microphone. A microphone. Microphone. I just dry scooped 10 grams of creatine to the dome. Creatine sounds weird. Why? Sorry, I was on mute. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Fishhook. Fishhook in the house. It's Friday. About the only thing we got going for us. Sup, sup. Sup, brother. I think Pal's supposed to speak today. New concern out there. Apparently, we're on the verge of war with Iran because of the nuclear program. All right. So tasty. We are in talking about the stock market. Thinking about it, man. As the title says, I seriously consider, do I just sell, bro? I mentioned it yesterday. Just walk away with some dignity. Right now, it's feeling a lot like COVID. When we were in COVID, there were like multiple huge down days, and crypto's holding up right now so far. I don't know if that's going to last or not. Oh my goodness, retro in the house. What the crap? What happened to Fishhook? I don't see him in chat anymore, like his chat. Or you Fishhook somehow? Oh, there's Fishhook. Was thinking of, oh wait, yeah, oh, so here, I don't know, your chat disappeared from before. I'm not sure why. Retro, what are you up to, my friend? My friend. Oh, he deleted. Usually I see messages deleted. You some kind of ninja. All right, hopefully. Yep, Rumble looks like it's streaming. Um, Butler's in the house. Conspiracy theorist. There's quite a few hardcore conspiracy theorists over here. Chris in the house. How you doing, brother? Where's my chat, dude? Like, chat's messed up again on Rumble. I don't know why it does that sometimes, bro. So, Mike, sure, I don't know if you're over there. I'm not gonna be able to see your chats today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, now I'm seeing. So you do you post a message and then it auto retracts itself after a certain amount of time. It's kind of a strange move. Like it's out there. I don't know if retracting it. I mean, it'll help a little, I guess. All right. You mean the S&P down 170? No. Oh, you delete it? That's hardcore. NASDAQ down 600. Ugh. My Teams was on. I freaking hate Teams. Microsoft Teams. Sometimes it'll be on and I'll forget about it or whatever. If you don't know this, your company can track your activity via Teams. You might not have a choice in it. But if you're like, if you don't move, that's why people have like move your mouse programs and whatever. And I just like, I don't mind on my work computer, but on my personal computer, it bothers me. Melez in the house. How you doing, brother? What's happening with Fish? Fishhook is a conspiracy theorist. He doesn't like his messages, excuse me, out there for like longer than a few seconds. He's kind of like Mission Impossible. You have 7 seconds. No, he just doesn't want any of his stuff out there. He's hardcore. Hardcore TFH. All right, Coinbase down 15. That's lovely. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I haven't been assigned the stock in head yet. Yeah, they've been logged. They've been logged, but like people won't be able to see them if they watch later, or, you know. Caffeine or whatever it's called, work installed cameras. What? These tariffs are just yeah, China retaliated, so that's why we're down again big today. Liberation Day was 2 days ago. Liberating me from my retirement fund is the only thing that's happening. Again, we might be going to war with Iran pretty soon. Oh, like this, you retracted a message before I even had a chance to read it. How's your day? Mine's been greater. F everyone. Gee, many Christmas. Someone coming with his dick on the table. Look at Jimmy actually green. Yeah, this is depressing. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am losing my spirit. I'm considering selling my crypto before it capitulates. Fishhook says 2008. 2008 was way worse than this. This currently feels like COVID. We had 2 really bad down days. It's been, let's see what we got. Since February 18th, we're not down 20%, bro. This is COVID. I mean, we had a pretty bad stretch in 20 at the end of 21, and that's when Biden was in office, by the way. You have short-term memory. You just remember this last year. Really, the last year was great. Biden took office. I mean, it was good. He took office at the beginning of the year. Let's see, 21, right? Yeah, no, this Biden took office in 21. So it started a little bit before he got elected in November and the market crashed bad. And it lasted for 3 years. It took 3 years to get back. I don't remember. I hardly remember that. Let's see, 21 to almost 24. Well, November of 21 to 2 years, December of 23. It took 25 months under Biden to recover. And this was 37%. I barely remember that. I mean, I remember it because I was in crypto. And it's like you're used to it. This is a bear market in crypto, right? Now we're supposed to be hitting that bull market in crypto and we're getting screwed. So, what I'm hoping for is this right here. And we have one last death rattle. So the SPX versus the M2 money supply is down 16%. Again, shout out and credit goes to Benjamin Cohen on this. I haven't read your messages yet, so let's see where you retract those bitches. Just thinking of how '08 was bad and this is nothing. I keep hearing the 10-year is down to 3.9 and interest might be lower. I don't know what the truth is. When it's over. All right, so before the dot-com bubble, the M2, the last time it was this high, it did drop 24%, and then it boomed. And then it got really bad. I can see this playing out. It's currently down 16%. So maybe a little bit more pain, then we have a crazy rally, and I'm selling, bro. Please let us have a crazy crypto bull run. And I'm selling. And I'm preparing when it's over. I'm tempted to sell now, dude. I really am. It might be early. Have some dignity. I'm tired of, I mean, the thing that sucks, and I don't want to be a little bitch, is we struggled. It was a long crypto bear market. Let's get into crypto. It was a brutal crypto bear market. And we finally came out on the other side. Pro crypto president, crypto's booming. I mean, Bitcoin peaked early and then it pulled back, and altcoin season never happened, but it started looking. So we had a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, I mean, things are kind of holding up, but is it a house of cards with the equities crashing? I mean, we didn't even look at some stocks. Tesla down 15. Surprised Coinbase is down so much with crypto holding up. Nvidia below 100. Robinhood down another $3.50. Powell is speaking today, right? I mean, I'm not going to say the dreaded words, it can't get any worse. Bitcoin dominance is at 63. I thought Powell spoke today, but I'm not seeing. There we go. Unemployment came out. Is that actual 4.2? So that came in high. Fed Fed Chair Powell speech early 8:25. At 8:25 my time? Yeah, I think so. So hour and a half. Oh, more tariff announcements. Wait, that was on April 2nd. April 3rd, April 4th. Non-farm payrolls. Actual came in hot as hell. Is that good or bad? In the non-farm, the jobs report came in. So unemployment came in hot and the jobs came in hot. What someone explained ELI 5. Hopefully Powell is dovish. I mean, Powell hates Trump, so I guess Trump wants stock market to crash. I guess Powell should want it to pump, right? Powell doesn't give a shit, dude. That's one thing I like about a Powell. He does not give a shit. He does not buckle to pressure. He's ruthless. I don't think he's done a bad job, all things considered. I guess. I don't know. They told him to turn the money printer on, and he did. Again, we're all partially to blame for what's going on right now. We're not to blame for what Trump's doing. Trump's a little like, look, I'm not going to sit here. There's a lot of people on Twitter talking about tariffs are great and arguing about it, or tariffs are bad. All the Trump people are tariffs are great. All the hardcore MAGAs, Trump's tariffs are great. All the hardcore Dems are tariffs are bad. I don't know, right? I can sit there and look at it logically. So far, one thing's happening that you kind of didn't want to happen is China's like, okay, mofo, let's go to war. So both China and the United States are currently in a position they'll bury themselves alive to prove they can handle a shovel and take the world into a global recession. That seems like the indicator right now. Is there a tariff meme on yet? Tariffs on tariffs on tariffs. Stacks on stacks on stacks. You're supposed to be buying. Yeah, when there's blood in the streets, but I think there could be more blood. I'm not look, I'm not I'm I thought about selling, like 5-10% of me is like, you should probably just sell and have some dignity. I don't want any more capitulation, bro. Especially in crypto. I want that, like, what's volatility at? Volatility got over 30. Currently at 28. I thought it got over 30. Oh, this actually spiked into the 40s, which is good, but this is the VIX. I don't know how much that differs. Invite only? Oh, wait. When it's over. So volatility only got into 32. In 2020 COVID, it got to 81. And then the Biden, no, this was in August 24. When it's over. Meet Kevin. What about him? Oh, let me find the. Oh, yeah, get the alpha report. Volatility in 2008 didn't get as high as it did in COVID. That's a nice fat candle though. Historically speaking, it does peak up, but it could go up. That could just be number one of this. Like I said, it feels like COVID, bro. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is weeks, by the way. We're on weeks. We're just in week 1. Bishop gave up with the censoring. We beat him down, Retro. We beat it. We beat his tinfoil hat spirit out of him. When it's over. V-shaped recovery. They're always vagina shaped, bro. Just how long is how big of a gap? How big of a slash are we gonna have? V is for vagina. They're just vaginas everywhere, dude. It's just how wide is it? When it's over, what is Dino bothering me about? Let's see. Wait, woke up. Yeah. Yeah. When it's over. Oh, now he's retracting. All right. Trump. Yeah, okay. Trump. Truth that his tariffs are designed to take from the rich and give to the poor by crashing the stock market. He's taking from the rich. Yeah, I'm not really rich, bro. I'm trying to build a retirement. You're fucking that up. This is an insane point of view. Diving the market into a recession doesn't give to the poor, it gives to the richest. Yeah, I agree with him on this. This is actually some alpha for a change. I'm sure Trump's buys are all selling. Oh, boys. Maybe. Some suggest Trump's chart may have come from GPT, given errors in which small islands were listed with tax rates. People are freaking out. What is he talking about? Some suggest Trump's chart may have come from GPT, given errors in which small. I don't know what that means. In contrast, China's 34% retaliation is calculated. They are surgical. Classic Chinese. What a racist. 34% on all American. That's what happened last night. Restricting 7 rare earths. He just puts these kind of points out that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Put a little bit more work into this. Restrict 7 rare earths. Okay. What does that mean? China restricted us buying them? Oh, okay. It's under China. So, okay. I guess I got to use my brain a little. It's early. I did take dry scoop 10 grams of creatine to the dome, but that's supposed to help with your mental clarity, but that's going to take some time to kick in. Adding 11 defense companies to unreliable list, whatever that means. Halting sorghum imports. Uh-oh. China is the world's largest importer. They're not going to buy our softs, wheat, corn, all that. Job data seemed excellent this morning, but we lost 34K on 1 month revision. Month. Okay. Why is there an asterisk? Where's the asterisk? This still seems good. Where's the asterisk? This guy is freaking OCD, ADD, ADHD spectrum. More like meat spectrum. Meat Schmiegel. Meat Schmiegel spectrum. Too soon to cheer this. Warm weather, blame for strong March. What? January, February S&P services. Cool weather was blamed for. Cool weather was blamed. Services? What services? If the shock continues, the best trade probably still TLT. Yeah. Trump told those investing in the U.S. that his policies will never change. Yesterday was the second largest loss in the stock market ever. Wow, maybe it is more like 2008. Followed by March 6th, now 2020. So COVID was bigger than 2008, but 2008 almost destroyed the financial system. I don't know. Yesterday there was a big buy the dip at opening and tanking in the last hour. Watch for that again today. Mortgages keep going up because the 10-year rates are falling. This is huge for real estate. Rocket mortgages keep going up. What does that mean? Does that mean more people are getting mortgages? Dow Jones down 1,000. Dollar up 50 cents. Nasdaq now only down 500. There is a gap. Coin only down 12. ETH's actually green. Gold down 4. I need that. I'm only down 38 bucks on my trade now. MicroStrategy's green, so crypto must be doing pretty good. He's pushing house scam hard. Bitcoin 83 too. I mean, silver lining. Maybe Bitcoin becomes a true flight to safety. We didn't look at bonds. Bonds up another tick. 120, almost 121. You know what they say? Bonds go up, rates go down. That's what bonds go up. Equities, stocks go down. Bonds go up, rates go down. This is what Trump wants, according to most. And I've mentioned this before, but let me be clear. And, Biden probably same playbook. Get all the pain, like do what you need to do to push your agenda now. Right? Stock market be damned. Biden comes into office, get it out of the way, and then turn it around. Problem is it was really bad going into the midterms. So I'm sure the playbook is get it out of the way, but make people happy before the midterms. So he's got about 12 months, 14 months. Yeah, by next year, if things are doing good, like get it out of the way. And he might be trying to do it faster and harder so that we can get that turnaround quicker. Yeah, exactly, bro. Short-term memory. I was talking, like, who remembers this? It was really bad when Biden was elected and it started. It didn't start with Trump until he took office. But everyone talks about how great it was. Crypto anger, oh, things would be so much better if Biden was in office. Well, I mean, dumbass. TDS, Captain TDS. Here's when Biden got elected. No. Here's when Biden got elected. Got elected, bro. This is 1 week after he got elected. November of 21. Let's see, what is this? December It started right before he took office, January 20th. It wasn't too bad. He takes office, and then boom. We only remember the crypto part for the most part. But now I have more. I got a decent enough of stock going on. But I don't really remember. I kind of because Coinbase was like $67 when I bought it at the bottom here, 37% pullback, and it took 753 days, 706 just to get back. And then that last year of Biden was fan freaking tastic. 32% on a glorious year. And, you know, the problem is the Democrats were making so many other big mistakes that cost them the election. Tesla was like $40 and it's split twice. I think it's only split once since 2020. It split right before. I'm not sure. You might be right. It has split a couple times. It split in, yeah, you're right, 2020. There's a 5-to-1 split, if I remember, and then a 3-to-1. Yeah, 5-to-1, 3-to-1. Tesla went from, I mean, this is post split adjusted, 411 down to 95. So it was rough. Coinbase was cheap. I mean, it's getting cheap again. I bought it early at like 67, somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, right around here, and it did go down. I was early. You're never going to catch the bottom, and you're never going to sell the top consistently. You might get lucky here and there. Apple, one of the biggest companies in the world, it went from, this is Biden getting elected, it went from 196 all the way down to 123. Bought Coinbase IPO, big mistake. Yeah, I did too. But I came in, meet Kevin advice. I came in and bought a shit ton of it in 22 at 67. I could have cashed out at a lot. I'm still up, but so, and if I hold, I'll eventually be right. It's just, do I have enough time on this earth to be right? Fifth like, hell yeah, Dr. Payne. Thank you. How you doing, brother? No Ricky today? No bitch ass Ricky? Probably calling in sick because he got too stoned last night. Drinking that Mad Dog and getting stoned. Just woke up. Took the day. Hell yeah. I want to take the day off and play Rust all day. I saw you playing some Helldiver or some dumb shit lately, Retro. I see Choppa playing video games all the time. He must not like me anymore. 9 hours ago, he was up late last night playing PUBG. I only play Quake. Helldivers look stupid. Quake is Ricky in the house. Quake, I never really got into that. Quake Live. This game looks stupid. Oh, you're Dr. Payne? All right. I'll add you. We'll never play anything together, most likely, but I'm mostly a solo Rust player. Play with my boy Dino every now and then, but last time we played, he kind of stopped playing mid-wipe, so I'm in no hurry to play with him. Little bitch. He gets bored. Retro, I mean, with Rush, you got to put that. You got to stay committed, bro. Mm, this looks. Oh, this looks stupid as hell. Is this single player, or do you play against other people online? What's the title about? I'm thinking about capitulating. It's co-op. Oh, it's 2-player or like 4-player. 4 players. Yeah, that's gay. That's super gay. So do a lot of you either have to have a team of 4. I mean, what's the point? You do your, or is it against like, because I see what looks like NPCs. Are you not fighting 4 other players? Like, this is good looking graphics, but what's the objective? I mean, if you play matches and they're only like, I don't know, 15 minutes or an hour or whatever, that's cool. Yeah, the graphics look great. I'll give you that. The graphics look outstanding. Matches anywhere from 15. Yeah, so that's cool too. There's something to be said for, like with Rust, you're just basically giving your life up. It's a never ending. Matches are until you get rated and you spend your entire life trying to build up bases so that you don't get rated, or it's so time consuming. You select short missions and longer ones. So what do you, like what's the point though? Like what is the objective? You just complete the mission and you get a little bit higher levels, and you just get higher levels and different weapons and shit, and you go up against harder mobs. And you either have to have a crew of 4, or do you just like you just go into a lobby and you group up with a bunch of 12-year-olds. You get grouped with the local daycare. So 3 or 4 rounds of daycare. You're babysitting some. How much time do you have? A lot. You group up. Yeah, so you're fucking daycare all day. Yeah, but do you have your own squad? Or how much time do you spend in daycare, bro? 12-year-olds dropping in bombs and calling you pussies. Their nuts haven't dropped yet. That's the best. Like I remember back in the day playing Madden online. You'd have some 12-year-old telling you with their prepubescent voice, I say, you're such an N-bomb and you're such a P-bomb and you suck and eat my nutsack. As he's like doing this onside kick play over and over, and you can't do nothing about it. As he does an onside kick, gets the ball, and then throws a touchdown just like 8 times in a row before you quit. Oh my goodness. A lot of adults in the game. Combos range from taking the day off to football games to what Jenny said in the cafeteria about Timmy. How Jack's talking about how he got a boner in history, getting head, that kind of stuff. The graphics look pretty cool. Give me the recap on crypto. Crypto's holding up, bro, for now. Don't ask me why. He's here for crypto. It's not my fault he's late. You're the one that's usually coming in late. Don't come in late. Don't come in late and demanding I recap shit for you. Crypto's hanging in there. There's your recap. I'm so freaking hungry right now. Take the like away, bitch. Take the like away, take the sub away. Who cares? All of you unsub and unlike. I don't give a shit, dude. Kiss my ass. I'm looking for a reason to quit the channel. You know what? Unmod him. I lost another prescriber, bro. He's getting close to getting a timeout like Ricky did the other day. I'll give him that. 7 likes ain't bad, considering the market's in turmoil. Oh, bad market's better for me than good markets? Let's check in on Retro's Aleph. Ugh. That was a great buy there, Retro. Check in on Velez's Wojak and my favorite meme coin, Caspa. Wojak, mistakes were made, bro. I told you not to buy that. And I begged you to sell Caspa. I know you're still up, but I begged you to sell that shit when you were way up, bro. Where is my favorite meme coin? Ugh. Get out while you still have some dignity. That shit is a write-off. Yeah, I have a lot of write-offs. I know I'm making fun of you, but I got plenty of write-offs myself. Nike? Nike was a write-off, bro. That was a big $6,000 write-off. You have no, because you haven't taken the loss. $9.2 trillion in debt matures in 2025. Inflation's linger. Alliances are shifting. One announcement set off. Here's what's really happening. All right, let's see what this Hanvey has to say. Who is this? Reinventing founder, government. Hey, baby. Must be 9 trillion must be refinanced. If rolled into 10-year bonds, every basis point drop in rate saves approximately 1 billion a year. That's not, so it could save 500 billion over a decade. So it's going to be a long year. How much to push yields down with sticky inflation and cautious Fed? It seems like way better alpha than Meet Schmeckel. But cheap refinancing isn't an. I'm following her, dude. This is way better than Meet Schmeckel. That's where the next level comes in, cutting the deficit. Doge are cutting 4 billion a day. At that pace, they'll shave 1 trillion by the end of September, if not May. With these savings, the big economic pillar to successful deliver, Senator Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent 333 plan is to get growth up. I don't know what his 333 plan is. Tariffs come in as a trigger for domestic industrial revival. The thinking is by making imports expensive, you create for room for U.S. producers to step in. But here's the problem. So raise tariffs. You don't want to buy foreign goods. You bring manufacturing and jobs back to the United States. Well, in the short term, consumers will face high. Yes, the administration knows this. That's why they are front loading the pain now, betting that 2026 the benefits will be visible. Yes. So this plays in with my theory I talked about it. Dude, so far you're getting alpha way better from her and from me than Meet Schmeckel has ever given you. This plays in with the fact that they're getting the paint. I said the same thing. They're doing the paint as fast as hard as possible right now. So 2026 they boom. Maybe they even get Powell out and put some lackey in that does what Trump says, which is highly likely. I don't even. Does Powell have a term? And then 2026 booms going into the midterms. Does Powell have a term? Meet spectrum. So it's 2026, May 23. So there could be talks of who Trump's going to put in, and the market will be going up or bullish just on that alone, well before May, right? So this is a time to be dipping the toes into the water with a 2-year outlook. Raw Powell said bulk market crypto now has a year and goes into next year. Oh, bull market. Yeah, so I'm kind of feeling like this time is different, that the Bitcoin did peak early, but because of all this, that there should be a nice pump, and it might not go until 2026, which will change the 4-year cycles a bit. If you think the crypto's going to continue to be that 4-year same cycle, it's not going to, right? Only the strongest assets will survive. And there will be some strength around the Bitcoin halvings and things like that, but it not necessarily like crazy blow your tops off and altcoin cycle and all that. It's going to change, and you got to be fluid. In the meantime, they're offering some near-term relief. Tax cuts have already been just floated. And while risky, currency devaluation may follow later and make tariffs cheaper without lifting tariffs. Don't forget, tariffs also bring in revenue. Estimates suggest they could raise over 700 million within the first year. That's not. Trump said we're going to make a lot of money off tariffs. 700 million's nothing, dude. $36 trillion. Do you understand 1 trillion is 1,000 billion? So they're not even bringing in a billion. And then you need 1,000 of those billions to make 1 trillion. You need 36,000 billions to make 36 trillion. They meant billion, 700 billion. That's more like it. If this, oh, here we go. 700 billions, not bad. I'll take it. Cut a trillion, bring in a trillion. You do that over 4 years, you can see some major impact. Cut 2 trillion, cut a trillion, and earn an extra trillion. That'll turn shit around, bro, fast. That's big. Trump doesn't appoint Fed chair, I don't think. No, but probably one of his puppets do. I can't spell. I can't speak. The chair of the Federal Reserve is appointed by POTUS, bitch. Fed chair is not the Fed. It's not. Well, Powell's the chair of the Fed. The chair is not the chair is not the Fed chair is not the, what is it? They're turning my world upside down. Trump does not appoint Fed, he does. And Powell is the Fed chair, and Powell speaks for the Fed. He's the chair of the Fed. What am I missing, bro? Federal Reserve is not a federal. You trying to make me melt down? I know the government doesn't control the Fed. Yes, I know it's independent. I know that. But the president appoints him private. No, okay. Been the one saying for the last 2 years that Trump keeps talking how he's going to fire the SEC and the Fed. Actually, I said it more for the SEC, and I told you the president can't fire these people. He can push them out though. You can fire them craftily. Why are you guys taking me off on something I didn't even say, bro? I said that his term ends in 2026, May of 2026. The president appoints the Fed. Dude, the MF being pushed out. Everyone? Okay, you guys all stone right now? The president appoints the Fed. That's coming in 13 months. Sorry, it should be. So this approach isn't without risks. Talking about the income from tariffs. If domestic supply chains can't catch up, which could be a problem, or if global retaliation kicks in, which started with China today, inflation could rise again. And if that happens, the Fed may be forced to raise rates, which would blow a hole in the low yield plan. That's a tightrope. I want to hear predictions for the rest of the year. Do we get a spring rally? I think we're going to get a rally, and I think then there could be some real pain. So my plan is if we get a rally and there's going to be some real pain, if we get a big rally, I'm selling. And then there could be some real pain. If I'm wrong, there's a big rally and it lasts longer than a lot longer, or we're in the pain and we're not going to have a rally until 2026. So it's holding to your right on the ladder. It's sell if we get a rally. That's my long-term plan. I'm selling everything but Bitcoin, dude. If we get a good rally, I'm selling, bro. I'm like, okay, you're probably right. If we get a massive rally, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I'll probably sell quite a bit of my Cardano and quite a bit of my Ethereum. A common critique is why impose tariffs before building out the capacity to replace imports? That assume tariffs are the end goal. They are not. They're the starting gun, a way to force movement both in the US and around the world, which brings it. Dude, this alpha is incredible. Tariffs now serve as a leverage to negotiate terms based on American first policy. Expect a lot of bilateral deals in the coming months. Tariffs will be lowered for countries that offer strategic concessions. You're already seeing that with some countries. Argentina is already working with the United States. You will see that. Canada, Mexico, they're going to buckle, bro. F China. Of course, the other big gorilla in the room is going to go at it. And they're going to get hurt worse than we're getting hurt. So it is a game of, what is it, Mexican standoff? Wait, I wasn't paying attention. What's it about? What, you weren't paying attention? What's what about? If you're asking me to recap what we're talking about, I'm going to recap what I told Dr. Payne 10 minutes ago. Pay it, in his case, don't show up late. In your case, pay fucking attention. This alpha is incredible, bro. You're just going to have to rewind the tape. China's the focal point. Observers have long argued China isn't a poor country. It's a wealthy, high capacity state that floods markets with exports its currency with exports, its currency artificially low. That statement. Tariffs could be used to force a big moves like currency appreciation by China. Alliance will be redrawn with other allies. Europe may be pushed to cut exposure to China or negotiate on Ukraine. India may be forced to cut tariffs to move closer to U.S. alignment. Mexico and Canada is a bunch of bitches, could face demands to crack down on fentanyl trafficking. Yes. In the U.S. economy, there will be clear winners and losers. Steel, autos, and textiles are likely to benefit. There you go. Invest in Tesla, invest in X, the steel company, not textiles. But tech, retail, and construction are more reliant on imports, could take a hit, especially in swing states. Why do swing states matter? This is a political gamble. If jobs return fast enough in key states and inflation remains under control, the tariffs may look like a bold but effective move. But if prices spike and job creation lags, the strategy could be backfired by November 20 midterms. The Wisconsin seat loss was a warning. Oh my goodness, it's alpha, bro. Less than 18 months to show results for midterms. Voters don't respond to stratagems. They respond to prices, jobs, and narratives. Yes. FDR had fireside chats. Reagan had morning in America. Trump needs a similar consistent message to Americans. Yeah, he's Twitter and Truth social media. What's her handle? Yeah. You're right, Tom. The Fed isn't run by the president. It's run by the Illuminati, Zionists trying to control mankind and bring us.
Good morning. This is the Deep State. We apologize for this interruption, but we've been monitoring this podcast and we wanted to let you know that a lot of you need to understand that Trump and the government do not control the Fed, but we control Trump and the government, and we control the Fed. Deep State out.
Can I have your attention, please? Please come to the platform. I have an announcement to make. High step it. Zig Heil. Oh shit, Kurt. Kurt broke in real quick. So here's the big picture. Lower yields, ease the debt wall. Clean up in aisle one. Spending cuts, restore fiscal discipline, tariffs jumpstart domestic growth, and geopolitics get rewritten into America's favor. It's disruption by design with enormous stakes. If it works, it's a defining success. Debt under control, manufacturing reborn, global leverage restored, Trumpism vindicated. If it fails, inflation retaliation, lost midterms. 18 months of Jesus, dude. This not only was this alpha incredible, she basically gave a way better explanation of what I said before we even found this post. That quick pain now, get things under control by the midterms. I personally am all for it, as much as it sucks watching my being liberated from my retirement. I'm currently liberated to being homeless at this pace. Like, if this continues, one of you mofos is going to have to take me in and take care of me and feed me and wipe my butt. But our debt problem, our deficit problem is really, really bad. And we have to do something. So we're at least trying something here that could work. We have been, for the last 20 years, easily, we've been doing the opposite, spending way more than what we bring in, raising the debt ceiling, and not giving an F. We can all pitch in for a tent. Yeah, but can I pitch it in your backyard? I don't want to pitch it in Jason's backyard, unless he moves. That was an amazing alpha. Pitch a loaf in your face. I mean, that might be my nutrients for the day. That might be my sustenance. That alpha was so good that I'm kind of like, I need a cigarette and I don't even smoke. I don't even know when I started that, but best alpha ever. I need to go back and find when I did that and add that to the chapters. Ramble time. And then maybe Retro could come back and just rewatch that part. California seeks tariff exemption from foreign countries. What does that even mean? Do you feel liberated yet? Yep. Liberated from my life savings. We just got to wait this out. Got to take the pain. This is nothing compared to what we. Yeah. It's just, it's stacking on after what's already been a brutal. And I'm running out of time, guys. So he put a tax on the penguins, which is why I'm down. Does anyone understand this? Trump deserved Trump just secured 6 trillion in commitments to America, and what he is pulling off with these tariffs is insane on so many levels. This guy is obviously hardcore MAGA. I'm not a tariff expert, but I will tell you why this is so big for crypto. It's multi-layered and should be studied. Okay. US Treasury 10-year just dropped below 4%, huge for crypto. Remember back at the start of Trump's term when I said he wanted rates lower and weaker, blah, blah. Yeah, you just regurgitated what a bunch of other people said. It was only a matter of how he pushed it, tariffs, blah, bonds. Okay, dude. This is just all talking about getting bonds to go up, rates to go down, refinance debt. The reason this is multi layered and strategic is because the tariffs have massive purpose in restoring a strong, more independent America. That's their purpose, but it's a risk. President Trump has already secured 6 trillion. Is that true? And what does that even mean? There are big companies that are investing in America and moving manufacturing here, including Taiwan Semiconductor and Nvidia and shit like that. Stablecoins still matter, but tokenized Kraken wallet now links to your bank. Seamless. What does that even mean? I thought Kraken wallet already, like, how? What is that? Seamless. I'll have to look into that because it's ACH. I don't know. Can you just like seamless transfer between Kraken and your bank now? Because that's pretty dope. Force oral copulation. Is the bathroom remodeled? Yeah, Kraken's the best. The bull run isn't over. Trump didn't buy crypto to see it only go down. The only complaint is the new GUI. I haven't seen it. Oh, there is a chat for. I popped it out. That's why I couldn't see it, I guess. I don't know. Mike's, are you there? I'm dumb. Their old UI sucked, so how could it be any worse? Their old user interface was terrible. The old UI was better. You just like to argue. I don't really see much of a difference. I don't see what the problem is. This looks very similar to like their app now. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember what the old. I'm on Pro. If that, like, I'm on the Pro version, that means anything, but it seems fine to me, dude. I don't understand what you're bitching about. I think this all looks pretty cool. You can go to markets and see what's going on. I wonder what this wallet seamless with your bank account means. Oh, they show proof of reserves. Bitcoin is over 100%. ETH is over 100%. For other assets over 100%. 25% off Coinly. Oh, too late. Already paid. Resources. Watch walkthrough videos. Getting started. Visit. What is this wallet shit, bro? Oh, there's crack. You can go to crack. First of all, you can go to the little waffle and change it to Kraken Classic. So I'm on Kraken Pro. Let me see what Kraken Desktop looks like. That's probably what you. Oh, that's an app. I don't want that. I might try. I might check that out later. Actually, I paid $99, bro. Who fucking cares about a $25 off? You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I'll take it, but okay, I apologize for getting frustrated. And you're right. I should have looked for it, but I didn't. I paid $300 last time. I was just happy I could get the cheap ass plan this time. So I didn't. I saved $200. Next year I'll know to look for a code and save even more. But you can change it to Kraken Classic. Please tell us why you're going back to Classic. You gotta fill out a form. You got this right. You got this. You got the. Oh yeah, Coinly's good. Coinly's really good. You have to mean it. I mean it. And you want a more believable apology? Everyone thinks they're funny when they're being sarcastic on Twitter. Thanks, Elon. If you're not buying into the stock market or crypto at these prices, I don't. You're buying. You might be buying early. So yes, I do agree. People are selling. It's a good time to be buying, but you might be buying early, and it might get a lot worse, and it might last a while. You'll buy back ADA when it hits 700 sats. You and Kurt need to get a room. Here's Tanvi with some hot alpha. He must be watching my channel because here we go. Argentina in final negotiations with the U.S. to become the first zero tariff country. Jay Malay or whatever is ahead of every other leader. I believe the next few weeks will be near frantic with lines being drawn and redrawn very quickly in 2 months. We could be looking at a very different geopolitical. Yeah. This chick spits hot fire, bro. Ben Shapiro saying this is a tax on Americans. Kinda. Just because you're not paying taxes, if you're paying more daily, you know what I'm saying? It's a shell game. The script is so obvious. Get this down to sub 3.5. The 10-year is now below 4. Refinance the debt. Initiate QE. Roll back the tariffs. So if this is the plan, which I think seems highly likely, is to refinance the debt, this whole tariff stuff we talked about, get some negotiations where we can, get things in our favor. This is a good buy. I do have some money that it's kind of like my last amount of oh shit, I'm not going to have anything to pay for my water heater if it goes out again. But I'm going to be looking to dip some of that in, bro. I'm going to be looking to save as much as I can and throw some of that out there here pretty soon. What will I buy? I don't know. Hello. Oh yeah, we've seen this before. She gets mad because everyone's honking, but look how fine she is, dude. What do they expect? I'm not sure, dude. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Whatever looks crazy good. I might not even buy something high risk. I might just buy something that I think I can, make a little bit off of. I've already got a lot of risk on. So I'm already way, way too big. You think there will be a day with worse news than tariffs? Yeah. Tesla's up there and things I want to get back into. I think Tesla with the robots is going to be massive. Massive. Yeah, the war with Iran is out there. We might go to war with Iran. If you don't think that's a possibility, you're not paying attention. What is it? San Garcia? What is the name of those islands? Let's see. What is island? Diego, thank you, Dr. Payne. We're sending B-12s. What is it? B-52s? B-2 stealth bombers to this island. Retired Air Force. We're sending B-2 bombers to this island out in the freaking, Indian Ocean. Where is this shit? Indian Ocean. So that they can reach and bomb the shit out of Iran. Trump has told Ayatollah Khomeini, I think that's who it is, I'm not sure, please don't put a fatwa out on me. But we need to renegotiate this nuclear deal, or you're not going to like our negotiation tactics, as we will go to war. And, I'm no expert here. But Iran, unlike Iraq, Iran is probably really close to or has nuclear capabilities. Or is no? You mean that you don't want war, or that there's no chance that there's going to be a war? War is no good. Yeah, yeah. Dr. Payne said what could happen that's going to make it worse than what it are. I just fucking told you, dude. Can you people pay attention? First, Dr. Payne showing up late. Then Retro saying, could you recap Now you're not paying attention? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm triggered this morning. Yeah, it'll be cheap. But I'll be broke, bro. Markets could be around. Oh, Bitcoin's dropping. There it is. Finally. Catching up. Son of a bitch. Are we going to get a capitulation? SPX down 300. NASDAQ down 1,000, dude. Is Powell going to save us in 30 minutes? Fuck! The NASDAQ's down 2,000 points in the last 24 hours to 36 hours. Get ready to buy. I'm not buying, dude. Gold's down $7. That's good. Everything's down, bro. Fucking Coinbase 150. I'm tempted to sell. I mean, again, I know it's most likely going to be, but I don't want to go down and then spend the next year just to get back to where I was 3 months ago. Cardano holding strong, maybe this second. But if Bitcoin dumps, Cardano's going to dump. They're trying to flush Bitcoin. We got this line here that I talked about yesterday that's pretty important, 80,006. This is what people were saying when COVID hit, all scared. Yeah, but it didn't. COVID was different than this. That was like end of the world uncertainty. And that lasted for a while, dude. April of 21 to July. That was 3 months. So told you 700 sats. No one cares, Dr. Payne. Tell it to the only person that's going to care about your sat ADA buy is Kurt, and he's probably going to tell you you're dumb for not waiting for like 400 sats. Kurt's probably waiting for like 400 sats, and you're wanting to buy it at 700. Like, already bought in the. Ooh, I got something for you, Doctor.
Oh, good for you. And how was it? I hope it was fucking
All we
good
need
because
is to
it's
deal with these
useless now,
tariffs.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Jason. I think it's coming soon. I think we could see rallies coming really soon. But who knows? Again, I don't know. We got to refinance this debt, so you got to keep bonds up. Bitcoin's rallying back pretty quick and hard. So crypto's looking strong, which is good. Whether it holds in there or not, I don't know. The problem is it gets strong enough and then a bunch of people go leverage long and then they flush it down even harder. Maybe some of these negotiations will cause a bigger dip and then boom. Yeah, they've already did that. So far, China refused to negotiate, and that's why we're down big again today. But I do think we'll see some relief. I do think this could last a while, but I do think we'll like I said, we're either going to get a big rally and then get really bad, like a rally through May or June, and then a huge sell-off into 2026, and then a turnaround going into the midterms type thing could happen. Maybe crypto's the leading indicator. Yeah, lay off the meth. It's more like no one's gives a shit about crypto right now. No one's buying and no one's selling. NASDAQ enters bear market. Man, this Tanvi chick is amazing. I've been selling on Amazon, built a huge business that helped me fund my exit from corporate America, my re-entry into investment real estate, my lifestyle. But an alarming thing occurred in 2019. I saw a lot more Chinese sellers popping in, and the crazy thing is, if you took even an hour to scroll through, the seller forums had become rife with trademark infringements. But the caveat was many of the IP infringement takedowns were coming from a person outside the US. Amazon would then take the claimant's word as gold, destroy the US based sellers. A Chinese based seller would pop up. The tariff impact on these Chinese sellers will be the chickens coming home to roost for Amazon, and it will be glorious for all those who suffered as a result of Amazon putting a fraudster's word above a mom and pop third party seller. Tom starting the Tanvi fan. Yeah, she's the greatest alpha I've come across ever. Do you know if that Burry from Big Short movie has his short? I don't know. He recently said something on Twitter. He probably does. Yes. Nancy was pretty, wasn't bad looking back in the day. And she's probably like 50 here. Get rich or die. Plan B. Pearl necklace. The stock market. Ooh, here's some Tadalafil news. Always deserves. Good for health. I need to try this again. The last time I took it, I took 2.5 milligrams. And I felt great for a while, but then 2.5 you can take daily. Yeah. You can with 5 too, can't you? That was my plan, is to take 2.5. It felt great. I should do it again. I might, if I, the thing is I just don't remember. I don't want to do it like today because of work and shit. It's an experiment. Just take a whole pill? No. Between that and the TRT, my dick would explode, dude. I would give myself multiple, what are they called? I'd give myself multiple hydroseals, cranking one out. Jack Dorsey's blocked to enable Bitcoin payments on all merchant terminals. That's kind of cool. Priapism. That happened in car accidents. What, priapisms or hydroseals? Why would you get a priapism and a Why would you get a priapism in a car accident And how would you know they had a hydro seal in a car accident? Why would people get like uncontrollable boners in a car accident? Oh, you seen that shit too? You used to be an EMT or just because of a sheriff? Spinal injuries? Well, that sucks. I mean, I don't know. Like, that kind of sucks, dude. I don't know if you want to have a boner when you're in massive pain. You was an EMT first before you washed out from the fire department. You became an EMT and then you thought you would become a fireman, but then you washed out and became a bitch ass sheriff. Respect my authority. JT in the house. Yeah, I gotta get going, guys. There's a network outage I gotta look at. It's 8 o'clock anyway. You'll have a great day. Hopefully Pal turns it around on us. Love you already. Yeah, I gotta pee and I gotta fix a network outage. Love you all. Peace.